Hello and welcome back to Inner Thoughts. With me, Annabelle.
I'm
And-
Lynn.
Yeah,
And I'm Jalen. Yay.
that wasn't necessary.
Okay, so
Wanna know what
today
else
is
is
just gonna be
necessary? I'm just
random.
kidding.
You know what? Okay, so today's just gonna be random stuff, I guess. I'm gonna start with the story. Do we need to say anything else before I start with my story?
Yeah, you're gay.
Okay, thanks. We already knew that.
New logo.
Okay. Oh yeah, we got a new logo.
It's really cool.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
This is
made
only-
by one of our friends.
yeah.
Oh, I have to say his name or his
No,
Instagram.
you don't have to say.
Yes,
don't
I
have-
do.
Oh,
Yeah,
shout-
sure.
Oh, probably
Here, let
should
me
shout
pull it
him
up.
out.
I have
You
it. I
need
have
to
it.
shut up, Jalen.
If you guys want to check, if you guys like our logo, check out Pumpkin King. It's pumpkin_king, but with instead of an I, it's a 1. We'll put it in the
Mhm.
description thingy. Check him
Yeah.
out on Instagram. He sells his drawings and stuff. So if
He
you
does
wanna draw them-
commissions and stuff, and they're
Mhm.
really good. So
Yeah,
you
so
should
go check
totally
him out.
check them out. What else? Do you need anything else?
I think
Sorry, this took
that's-
so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming.
It's
Yeah.
only our second episode.
Yeah.
It's been like a month.
Yeah.
A lot longer
Anyways,
than a month.
that's true.
It's true.
Guys, if you want to, Lynn has a story. Before we get into Reddit, Lynn has a story. Apparently, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah. Okay,
Do you
so
wanna-
you ready? So this is like it's like one of my mom's friends went through this in like high school, and it's like fucking crazy, right? Okay, so it all starts when this like girl and her father moved to this new town, right? Because something happened in their old town and they just want to move. So they moved to this new town, and she starts going to this high school, and like she makes friends with this girl there that not everyone is friends with, and this girl is like, there's this family that lives here that's super crazy, right? And so this main girl, my mom's friend, we'll call her, I don't know what to call her. What should I call her?
I don't know. Let's just call her
Just a letter. Just B. B. Boom. Easy.
E? Okay,
B.
so B.
No, B.
B, she's friends with this girl named,
E.
E. She's friends with this girl named E, right? And so E is telling her about this family that's like super crazy. And so B, she walks into class one day, or like it's like a classroom, right? And like she sees like one of the family members, right? And he like loathes her, right? He's like, "Oh, I hate you," or whatever, right? And so then he like disappears, I guess. And we'll call this guy A,
F.
right? So
Okay. Okay.
A disappears, and he comes back, the whole family is back, and they start to get to know each other better. And so when okay, this is going to sound a little crazy. So E goes to meet his family because they're like together now, I guess. And so they like, yeah. And so it turns out that the two parents, they have like this long history, right? And then like these two parents adopted all these children that are in high school now. And then like they're like stepchildren because they're adopted, and so they're all dating each other. Yeah, they have like 4 kids, right? They have like 5, 6 kids, yeah. And then 2 are dating, and then the other 2 are. It's like crazy, right? And so they like hunt in the woods because it's like a woody place where they wait for food, right? And it's like crazy. And so one day she sort of like gets hurt or something, and he like, and like the dude, he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so bad for you," because it was like his fault or whatever. And so he like disappears, and she's like so heartbroken and upset. And so this other dude, which she'd known for all her life, we'll call him C, right? So C, he like goes and comforts her, right? But then he disappears for some unknown reason. So E, she goes to find him, right, at his like village house. He like lives in a sort of recluded somewhere else. but it's not far from the town that she lives in. So she goes to see him, and he like cut off all his hair. He's totally changed now. It's like crazy, right? And she's like, "What's wrong with you?" And he's like, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing?" And she's like, "What the hell is up with you? Why did you disappear on me?" And so they start getting closer, right? And like she's like, "Run away with me. I don't want to live here anymore," because she's like so heartbroken. And he's like, "I'm sorry, I can't. I have this big thing going on." And so she one night goes out with her other friend. What was her friend's name?
Her
Oh,
original friend was
E.
What?
E.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her friend E, she like takes her out, and she jumps in the back of this car with some dude, right? Just to get her adrenaline rush, and like she sees like this she sees A, and like so now she's doing all this stuff to see A again, but it's just a vision like telling her not to do whatever she's doing, right? And so she keeps seeing him, and then it gets to a point where she like jumps off like a cliff, right, into like the ocean, which is like
Oh.
crazy, right? And so she jumps off this cliff, and like the family hears about it, like the weird family I was talking about, and like his sister, his stepsister, right? A stepsister. He's not dating her, but she's dating this other guy in their family. She like goes to check on her, and she realizes she's all right because she had this like vision that she died, right? And so like A's distraught because she thinks she's dead. So she goes to like this council because they like have this legacy. It's kind of like God where they worship like these people. And so they go to like this um council, and he's like, "I love this girl, but she's dead and I can't live without her." So he's like, "Kill me," or whatever, right? And they won't kill him for some reason. So he has to like do something to get her to kill her, right? So he like
What the
almost
fuck?
tries to get himself killed, right? So because he thinks the girl is killed because he loves her so much. And then it turns out that the girl's alive. So she goes and saves him, blah 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 blah. And then they get married later on, and they can't really like connect with each other because of like this big thing that's blocking them. And so when they get married, they go off to this recluded island, and they do the devil's tangle. And like he hurts her during it, so he's like, "I can't do this with you anymore." And it turns out she gets pregnant from that one experience, and now like this baby that she has with this guy is like draining her life away. She's almost dead. Blah 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 blah. And then like he tries to save her in the end, and then she lives. Yeah, and then it turns out the baby. So you remember C, right? The guy she almost went with, but chose the other dude.
Yeah.
So C loves this baby.
Oh.
Um, well, it's like a weird kind of love, right?
It's not plutonic, you're saying?
No, and it's like this weird thing they have in their family. Like if you feel it, like you're
And
connected with them. And
No.
then after the whole thing, they like stay together and whatever, and then they travel the world. So that's what happened with my mom's friend.
So like a cult and a lot of incest.
Yeah, basically.
What the
thoughts, Jalen?
fuck? So like it starts off for normal, right? They're
Uh-huh.
friends, and then you're like, everybody in this family loves each other more than platonically.
Yeah, so there's like 6 children, like adopted children, right? Because this like father saves all of them, and so 2 people are dating, and then another 2 people are dating, and another 2 people are dating, and then there's A, and then A finds B, and they fall in love. He disappears. He comes back because he thinks she's dead, and he wants himself killed, and she's like, "No, I'm still alive," and so they get together in the end. And they have this baby. She's almost killed, and then the baby like gets in a relationship with the sea. It's weird.
That's a cult. That's
Yeah.
100% just a gigantic cult.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What the
Anyways,
when did you okay, what's the context behind you hearing that though? When did that come up?
So like sometimes me and my family will go out to dinner with like her friends and stuff. And this friend, like it was my mom's friend, and so my mom tells me this story when we're out to get dinner of her friend, and I'm like, "Holy crud, like that's crazy," right? So I just had to tell uh Anna, And Eleanor was like, holy sheesh, we should tell that in the story, right? And so we did.
Yeah, that's
By the way, this
I
all
think-
happened in like when she was a junior. So like she got married like as soon as she finished high school. Like it's crazy.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. We saw
Wait, I
Batman
don't think we can wrap that.
together.
I don't.
Um,
Wait, speaking of Batman, wait. Let me talk, Jalen. Speaking of Batman and what's his face, Robert Pattinson. If for those of you who don't know, Lynn just described the plot of Twilight.
I figured it was something like that.
Happened.
Yeah, no, I noticed that it sounded pretty similar to Twilight.
Yeah, that's what
It's just-
happened.
An idea we had a while ago when we decided to do it. So
Mhm.
It came up on like TikTok where this girl was just describing like this relationship she had with one of these guy friends. So yeah.
Yeah, I didn't completely
I had the
believe you.
story
I
pulled up
figured
and
that
everything.
I figured that that there was at least something being made up, but yeah, I figured almost the whole thing probably was false. Fucking
Yeah.
Christ. Man.
Yeah, that
Robert
was
Pattinson
funny.
went from Soy Boy Vampire to Batman.
And let me tell you, Batman
let's
is
talk about Batman.
Yeah, let's
hot.
talk about Batman. Spoiler free. Because it literally comes out in streaming services today. So
That's
It's
true.
out today.
So like
Probably
as of the recording
do-
of this video, we could probably do a review like maybe next episode if we really wanted to. But for now, we need the spoilers free. It was a good movie, very good movie.
Mhm.
Robert Pattinson is hot.
Yeah.
And then wow. Anyways,
You just like wow.
yeah.
Eyeliner's
Okay.
amazing. On point. The whole movie never comes off. Even whenever he goes as Bruce Wayne, you could see a little bit of that still on his eyes.
You know, if we ever have like what are they called? Like a guest on, we should totally do that again. Like if they've never seen like any of our podcast videos, we should totally do that to them.
Totally.
Like that's never seen Twilight. We should do that to Jamie.
Yeah, totally.
I doubt he's seen Twilight.
I doubt he's even heard of it, to be honest.
I
He
think I
probably
saw-
think it's
I saw all the Twilight movies.
or
since I was,
even
like,
Mean
fucking
Girls.
8.
We could probably do Mean Girls to Jamie because he's never seen it.
I haven't either, so don't do that shit to me.
Nah, you probably already
Mean
know.
Girls?
No, I've never watched it. Ever.
Yeah, like we could say like this girl moves from like this really
We don't have to go into the whole plot right now.
town and she yeah.
we can,
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, we can do that if we actually get someone on here. If anybody wants to talk on
Literally
this
before you
stuffed
joined,
podcast.
I was explaining the whole story to Anna.
I was like, shh, when you joined.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what happened. Anyways, let's move on. What are we doing next?
I don't know. I just really wanted to talk about Batman. But we all
About
basically
Batman.
all we need to really say
Well,
is it's
we
a good
can-
movie, I guess.
Yeah, like
Great
without
cinematography,
spoiling it, it's hard.
specifically.
Oh, we should talk about the thing that happened at school Wednesday. That was really
Oh God, I can't even.
What happened on school Wednesday? I forgot. I repressed it already.
Our sex ed
Okay.
talk.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. No.
No, it was like so bad, guys. Like you don't even realize. Like
Okay.
it was like
So first of all, let's talk about how this woman was fucking dressed. All right. She has on this long ass red dress, right? But under it, she has
it's
on
not
these
even a dress.
fucking
It's
leggings.
like a
Yeah, it's not even that either. Like it's not even really a dress, but like it's long, and then under it she has on these fucking leggings, right? And here where we live, it's fucking hot, right?
and she's wearing this long puffy sleeve. It's like not a good look.
Yeah, she already looked fucking crazy off the start.
Okay. And then And then she starts talking about foundations, right? And she's like, I know you guys don't want to talk about setting goals in relationships, but to have a good foundation is good for every relationship. And we're like, okay, whatever.
That's
And
fair
so
enough,
she
you know?
starts talking about like goals and setting goals is good for you, relationship goals, family goals. Um,
Yeah.
and then she starts talking about how there's good and bad things to these things, right?
Yeah,
So she
like
talks about
yeah.
how
Like
there's good and bad
drugs.
things to family, alcohol,
Drugs and
drugs, yeah.
but the one
And
thing, right?
then
I'll take charge here. The one thing that she mentioned that she said had no positives was adult videos, you know? But the thing is, she got so passionate about it. She started
she
going, there are
yeah.
no positives. You get really unrealistic expectations.
She was like,
And
Everyone
all
who
these
goes into it
girls
is
don't want to be in
forced.
it. Yeah, she was like, there's sex trafficking, which I'm saying there is in those
there
kind of
is
videos.
definitely like
But not
some sort of it.
everyone does that,
Yeah.
right? It's a it's a job. And so
I'm
she's
gonna
discrediting all these workers that actually go there and work for money.
Yeah, I'm gonna quote
Um,
this too. This is a direct quote from her. Nobody who is in the adult video business is consents or something like that. That's
mhm,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like forced to
that's
be there.
bad. It's like $1 billion industry, at least $1 million.
Mhm. Like, yeah, there's some parts where it's not good and like there's children on it,
So like we're
but there are
getting
workers that do that for a job. You can't say everyone is forced to do it. It's
basically
not like that.
we got Christian propaganda straight at school. Like from
Yeah, she started going
Wait,
into the
Jalen, you can't say the name of the company.
Oh no, there's like 30 different in the US, fucking trust me. I can Google it right now.
Okay, but if there's more, then you're gonna have to cut that out. Okay,
Still
you're
gonna
gonna
have
have
to
to
cut it
bleep
out.
it.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Still gonna
9,
have to
10,
cut it out.
11.
It's still a company name.
yeah, you
Whatever.
can't. We're gonna get sued. Hashtag for children. Anyways, and then after that, she goes into the whole devil's tango ordeal, right? And how it's like sinful. Well, she doesn't say it's sin.
She
She
you
wanted
know she
to
was
really,
thinking
really
it. You
badly.
could tell just from her
And then before she
mannerisms.
even starts saying doing it before marriage is bad, she's like, I know this may seem like a Christian ideology, but it's not just Christians and this is good for you. And whatever. And then she goes into her past relationship and she's like, I never waited for my husband, blah 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 blah. And I wish I would have waited. And
Because
then
he
she
waited
starts
for me, she says.
yeah. And then she starts explaining like this thing where like this woman waited for the man and whatever, and she's like, this woman still has dignity because she waited. And
Exactly.
oh
It's
my
like
god, you should have seen my face. I was
yeah,
distraught.
no, but the thing is she focused so much on how like sex is like this sacred or whatever, we'll just have to censor that, but the devil's tango is like this sacred fucking thing, and she's like people keep like making it out to be just like it's nothing more than that. And it's like, yeah, it is nothing
Hmm.
more than that. It's a physical activity more than anything. It's not really like like you can have
Like
your
you do it
beliefs.
with someone that you know you want to, but it doesn't have to be like that. You know,
Yeah.
it's your choice. It's 50-50. Like it has to be you have to have communication there. And if you don't, it's not worth it. And then she compared her marriage like how she was like saying how marriage is better than dating, right? For doing stuff. And she compared her marriage to her horrible dating thing she had, and she can't really compare it to that because that's not a fair comparison. Like you can't compare something horrible to something like really, really good. I'm sure you and your husband were really good when you were dating. You can't compare it like that, you know? Um, so yeah. And then she acted like you can't cheat while you're in a marriage. Like you still can. There's not like something binding you to it, which made me really
Yeah,
mad
like
because it's not
sure
like
it's immoral, but yeah, there's like
yeah.
I
It's
think
just
I think what you're trying to say is that she thought that there's no possible way for anybody to cheat ever in a marriage and that all of them go swimmingly.
yeah, that's how it felt like when she was explaining it, because she was explaining all these STDs and stuff, and how they're conjugated in dating, and how many people, blah blah blah, and how you're only doing it with one person, and how it can lead to so many other people, but that can still happen in a marriage.
Yeah.
Because it's just a piece of paper literally binding you to it. It's a piece of paper that both you signed and you said I
Yeah,
do.
I've
Like
seen.
it doesn't mean any like it could mean something to some people, and I'm not saying anything bad against that, but to other people it doesn't mean anything to them.
Oh yeah, no,
It's
I've
just
seen
a
a
piece
lot
of
of
paper.
like videos that talk about marriage and like um thing that people need to learn is that it's not up to like Christianity or like the
Yeah.
church to
Just
marry.
saying if
It's
you
up to
wanna
the
wait till
state.
marriage is yeah, I'm not saying if you wanna wait till marriage is bad. I'm just saying the way she explained it made it sound
Yeah.
like like you didn't have dignity. If this was something wrong, you couldn't do it at all. Like blah 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 blah. She was demonizing it and she kept saying she wasn't. Like, "Oh my god, I'm not unhumanizing it." But then she would tell us how wrong it was. You know?
Yeah.
Um
I don't
so
know.
yeah.
And she like said multiple times there's a study for this, there's a study for this. There was no link to studies, there was no charts, there was
Yeah.
nothing.
Like all her statistics were wrong. Like and then once she said, "I read somewhere in the CDC that this and this and this happened." And I'm like, "Girl, where?" Like, why? Where's the screenshot of that? Where's the statistics of that up on the board with the CDC? Um, just like you can't just say something and not back it up with actual facts.
Especially with like people like us in the audience. And like there's always
Mhm.
gonna be,
We're high schoolers.
even if we're
You
the
can't just
minority, we're
yeah.
there. We know how to cite sources and we know like what you're saying
We're
can be
not
complete
dumb. We're at high school.
misinformation. And
You can say that.
I'm sure all the other
Oh,
dumbasses
hold
in
on.
that room believed it. But
Yeah, and then
like
you can say that to 4th graders and they'll believe you. You can't say that to high schoolers. You have to have factual information
oh
or
yeah,
else we're
no.
gonna say it's all BS. Like, you
Like
can't
I feel like there's the people who believed it, there's the people who didn't believe it, and there's people who made fun of it. And there was a lot of people
I
making
feel
fun of
like
it the
there's
whole
the
time.
people that there's the people that knew what they were getting into, there was the people that learned something maybe, and then there's the people that were like didn't believe any of it. She was like, "If you know don't open your mind to whatever I'm saying, you'll never learn anything." And I'm like, "Girl, tells us oh, you're gonna have to cut that out. But our geography teacher, he tells us that like you could take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? Which is
Yeah.
basically what she's telling us. But to be honest, what was telling us wasn't factual. Our geography teacher tells us factual information and backs it up. Like,
I don't know. Like how
um,
hard is it to be like, here's the source, here's a graph, and not just be
mhm.
anecdotal? I could
Yeah,
get
it was
really
just.
political with this, but I'm not going to.
I don't think it needs to be political.
I
I
got
think that
muted
she
for some
should.
reason, guys.
Oh, I
I hope you
think.
haven't been saying
I
anything the whole
think.
time.
I've
I
said a few
think
things,
that
but nothing important.
Okay. Not like anything we talk about
oh,
here is
I'm so
important
sorry.
anyway.
I was gonna tell
You're
you, but
good.
I didn't know if you did it on purpose or but yeah.
No, no, no.
I don't know if you're like breathing into the microphone, you thought, and you were loud. So anyway, what
Yeah.
were we
No.
talking? We're saying something, I think.
It's just she had a lot of like visual images, but nothing factual. She had like the pyramid where it was like friendship,
Oh yeah,
Oh my god,
dating,
that pyramid made me
it
marriage.
was
angry.
friendship,
Yeah,
relationship, marriage, and sex. I think it was, or
Mhm.
fucking the thing. Yes, the fun time,
fun time.
the
Oh
fun
my
times.
god. And then like these boys like in our school were making
Oh
fun of
god,
like rape and like sex trafficking and
need to chill
she
on
like didn't
the
punish them
buzzwords a
for
little
it.
bit.
She took it seriously. And I was like, "Girl, they're making fun of it. They're not telling you
It's
actual information."
like girl, they're boys.
Yeah.
Boys
So
will
that
be
made me
Mind you,
boys.
our biology teachers were both of our biology teachers were sitting there the entire time, and they, Jalen and Lynn are in the same biology class. Afterwards, she like debunked everything that she
yeah,
almost everything she
our
said.
our biology teacher was like, "Hold on, I'm sorry. I have to like she said this and this and this wrong and it's actually
Yeah,
like
I
this." Like
looked over
she
at
didn't like that part.
I looked over at her too, and she was like shit faced for a little bit of the
Oh yeah, she
presentation.
was like, not a little bit. She was like she looked so upset. Our poor biology teacher.
Like,
She looked
and the
so
other one that
annoyed.
everyone fucking, because everyone fucking hates the other biology teacher because she
Alright,
Everyone
and
sucks,
does.
then
but she was still
Everyone
shit
does.
faced too.
I asked our graphic
Well,
design
that's just
teacher
her
what she thought,
face.
and she was there during like the first half before we went on break, and our graphic design teacher was like, "Oh, I liked it."
Of course she
She
And I
wasn't
was like,
paying
"Oh my god."
attention. She wasn't paying attention. That's
She
all it
only saw
was.
the first part, and I'll say the first part wasn't that bad. She said a few things that weren't, like, good, like the adult video stuff, but, like, the second half was awful. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, and I wanted to say like to discredit our our graphic design teacher more, she acts like a high schooler and looks like a high schooler. So
Oh,
Oh my
she
god.
looks you guys don't understand how much this woman looks like a
we
high schooler
literally think we
She's
see
like
her
36
everywhere.
or something.
because she
She's like,
looks like
oh
every
my
single
god.
high schooler.
She looks like every
Mhm.
single high school girl ever.
We went to the mall once, and literally the entire time we were like, "I thought that was Miss."
Oh wait, I thought that
A
was
graphic design
our
teacher.
graphic design teacher, and we were all of us. And speaking of which, actually, we could probably transition on to the topic that we have a project for that class that's kind of interesting. Because
Oh yeah.
Me and
So
Anna are doing like an important thing
Yeah,
for it.
we're doing LGBTQ history. We could probably upload it somewhere. I don't know where it's gonna be,
man,
though. Maybe
I'm
not, though.
doing
We'll see.
I'm doing origami.
You basic bit. I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's because my group, like my group is so, like, I guess diverse that origami was a basic thing we could do that we could all do together. You know,
How many
um,
people are in your group?
3, including me.
Oh, it's just me.
So
It's
yeah.
just me and Anna in the first class.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, so we're doing origami, but we're making it like interactive, like we're
Oh,
following
should
along the
probably
video
explain
with them.
the
So yeah.
actual
Oh yeah, it's like a how-to video, like an
or like
explainer
it's called,
video
yeah, it's called explainer. Basically, you can do
by
history, you can
Adobe.
do like simple
Yeah,
stuff, but we chose like LGBT activism,
Her
yeah.
face. Her
and they're
face when we
gonna.
said that, she was just, oh.
Oh, she said it so loud afterward to change like a little bit of it. Like she was like, "You should change it from this to this." She said it so fucking loud, and I feel like it was to make us feel embarrassed. But I don't know. And
She never did that to our class.
I feel like after the presentation, she'll be like, or one of the class members will be like, "So why are you talking about this, huh? Why are you talking about this?"
That's suspicious.
Me coming
That's
out on the spot.
weird.
Imagine
Imagine you just come out of the closet right then and there.
me getting reported to the DFPS by the teacher because of Greg Abbott.
You get our principal's mic and shouted over the speakers. Imagine.
My name is okay.
Well, I think it's Greg Abbott's law is just for people who are taking, I not to expose. Want me to say this?
Oh, I know how to say it. It's for people who are medically
Yeah.
transitioning. And by the way,
I
we live
know,
in
I
Texas.
just
That's
didn't
safe
wanna
to
put you on
say
the
because
spot.
we won't say where we are in Texas because that's easy. That'd be too easy to
Mhm.
guess. But we do live in Texas, and
Yeah.
luckily that
No.
I can't remember what it was. I think it was called the policy. Yeah, the policy got denied because it was unlawful. But I still
Mhm.
like to make jokes about it because there's a lot of
Mhm.
stuff going on with like trans rights
Well,
and everything.
I yeah, and then like doesn't like Florida and like
Don't
some
say
other
gay
place.
Bell,
Don't
Florida.
say gay bail,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
where
there's
they
another one that just got it lawed in like a week ago. I forgot what it was called.
there's like 3 or 4
Um,
different states that got different laws.
yeah.
Tennessee got one, Idaho got one a little bit ago.
Yeah, I think
I think
Mhm.
Idaho.
also there's another state that starts with an I. Utah also did, which there's
I
one
think I
transgender athlete in Utah.
It starts with an I.
There's one single person in Utah that's a transgender athlete, and the bill went against them. That's funny.
It's so,
Literally.
like, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Mhm.
understand why people are so bothered by, like, LGBTQ people just existing.
I
It's
know. Like it's
Yeah.
not like they're harming you. Like and even if you think they are, how are they harming you? Like you can't just put all these bills against them because they're not. Like they're not doing anything. They're
Well,
just asking for the same rights that you have.
I've seen
That
a lot
you
of
Mhm.
already
videos about it too. Basically, it's like a ladder effect. So, like the top rung, right? We can say is like slavery,
Mhm.
right? So we broke that one.
Mhm.
We broke it temporarily at least. Um,
Mhm.
and then it goes down to like gay people. You know how gay people were prosecuted? They were doing laws like this at the time too, but there was activism
Mhm.
against it, right? And then
Well,
right
it's
under that
not
is
only
trans
that,
people.
but still
So,
today, people that are gay have to hold their tongue around new people because they don't know if they can trust them.
Uh-huh.
Do
oh
straight
yeah,
people
Mhm.
have to
I've
do that? I
seen
don't think so. I don't think they have to think about
exactly.
that every time they meet someone new. that they have to hold their tongue about something they're
Uh-huh.
so like that's a part of them, like I don't think they understand that.
Yeah, like a lot of cis heads don't have to worry about anything. Like,
Mhm.
but if you say literally the wrong thing in some places, especially like here in a state like Texas, is oh yeah, Texas brother, haha, fucking the offensive stereotype that's here. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole thing. Texas
Mhm.
was the first notable state to do it, I believe, because it was the first one to have the policy or whatever, which then turned into
Oh my god.
bills and laws
Okay.
and oof.
So let me talk to you about my grandma, right? So my
Oh,
Okay.
okay,
grandmother is one of the most racist, Karen,
conservative.
homophobic person I know that's in my family. And so when me and Anna were on vacation, right? We
Oh my
went to
god.
this place and this place just shouted like gay, like there were rainbow
Oh
lights.
no.
The bartender, the tip said woman or boys, tip who you
Oh,
like
it had, like,
better.
the pronouns, like, there was a tip jar that's like, "Which
Mhm.
one is better?" And it was like, "He, him,
And
she,
then
her."
the band that
Really
was
cute.
playing there, she was a girl, right? The band that was playing was a girl, and she was singing about her wife and how she loves this girl, right? And my grandma was just sitting there with her little coffee, just la 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 la.
Oh
She
my
did
And
not
god.
me
know.
Take
me
me
and
next
Anna
time.
were
Holy shit.
laughing so hard because she had no idea.
And
Take
Oh
me
my
next
god.
we looked
time.
up this band afterwards. We looked up this band afterwards. Sure enough, like, they're married. They're a couple. It was great.
Mhm. Oh my god, it was so funny.
Hold on.
Okay. So yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, she's muted.
Yeah, I think something happened. I think her mom's talking to her. Anyways, what else should we talk about? How long has this been going on? How long is this already?
About 30 minutes, I'd say.
Should we end it here then?
I
I
know.
think that. Or do
We
you
need
want to
to.
talk about one more thing?
What can we talk about? What do you think? Oh, Blue Sky Studios has ended. The people who made Ice
Oh
Age.
yeah,
There
they
was
made their
a.
last
They made a
animation.
little animation. It was Scrat getting the little acorn. Oh,
And
and it
then
was so
Scrat
sad.
died. Oh my god, it was so sad.
Well,
Did
he
you see
didn't.
the Scrat died one?
I haven't seen that one, but I see
Yeah,
like.
they made one where he like has a kid or whatever, and he dies
Oh, I didn't see that one. But like,
of like old age. Yeah.
there's one where he literally just like he gets the acorn right. Like he goes to like the victory pose and he's like looking around like nothing happened. Then
And then he eats
starts
it.
eating it and he looks around
Oh,
and
I'm
he eats
so
it
upset.
fully. And then he just like jumps away looking for the next acorn,
Yeah.
I'd
Oh
assume.
my god, did you guys see the new Stranger Things trailer and then the new Thor trailer?
I haven't seen the Stranger Things, but I have seen the Thor.
Oh my god, Stranger Things looks so good. I'm so excited.
I need to like rewatch all of that, I think, because I got to part 3, then I stopped watching, but I probably won't remember everything if I go straight to part
Sorry.
4. But
Yeah,
the
sorry,
the
we're
new
talking about the new trailers.
yeah, the new Thor one
For
was pretty cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the Stranger Things one, I just can't wait for the first part to come out. I'm gonna binge watch it. Like it's bad.
Me too.
And then oh my god, Thor that one looks so good. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's gonna be Thor coming out of his shell a little bit.
He's gonna get probably back into shape a little bit and then just go on an adventure and find out like I guess who he is as like a king and a person.
He's
So yeah.
finding himself and his sexuality. I know you're confused about your
Dar-
sexuality. Oh, no one will know what the joke behind that is, but
I know you're confused about
I'm
your sexuality.
sorry.
Okay,
This
so
is
for the information behind that is,
yeah. We'll go ahead
um,
with that one. We'll end it with
so like
this.
one of our friends, like one of our friends has this like girl that like this girl like talks like bad about her cousin, right? And so my friend, she told the girl's cousin because she was like, I think she deserves to know and stuff. And she was like calling her ugly and stuff. And so the girl finds out about this from her like sister or whatever, right? And so the girl pulls my friend aside in the hallway one day and was like, I know you're confused about your sexuality
That's the
and starts
first
going
thing
on all
she
this
said.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she turns away and goes back to her friends, and she calls my friend a B under her breath, right? And my friend goes up to her and she says, "If you have something bad to say it to my face." And so yeah, and that's the whole thing. And nothing has happened since then, really.
Other
Just
than
they don't
us
talk
using
to
that
each
as an
other.
inside joke.
Yeah, we use that a lot when we see that girl.
I have to. Well, yeah. Whenever we see her and like we can talk shit behind her back, but I have to like in my mind mentally resist so much every time I see her to not go. I know you're
Mhm.
confused about your sexuality every single time.
Yeah.
It's every
So
single
yeah,
time I see her. Yeah.
that's one of our inside jokes. I hope this video was a little bit better than our other one.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we can
We're gonna
end
have to make
this here.
yeah.
Annie, Annabelle, Abba. Are you here?
Yes.
You wanna end us off, or should I do it?
Yeah, that's about it, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we will get
explained a
back to
lot.
you when we will.
I hope so.
Um,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Hell, fucking summary of this episode, we went over like misinformation. They tried to trick me into thinking the Twilight plot was real,
It,
and
like, mostly worked.
we talked about gay people, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
That's
Alright,
in the
we will see
podcast.
you guys whenever we do.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.